Hey, boys and girls, welcome back to Stories with Sally. Today I have an exciting story to share with you. The title is The Girl and the Dinosaur. And it is about a girl who discovers some dinosaur bones at the beach. So I thought it would be very appropriate since it is the summer and I live at the beach. Okay, so this is a fiction story, which means it's make-believe. Remember, nonfiction means it's real and fiction means it's make-believe. And I just wanted to show you that if you look at the cover, you can really already tell that it's going to be fiction because there's a little girl riding on a dinosaur, sitting on a dinosaur, and the dinosaur looks like it's alive. And we know that dinosaurs aren't alive right now, so we know that this would be a fiction story. The cover helps us go ahead and make that decision about what type of story this is. The author, the person who wrote this story, is Holly Hughes, and the illustrator, the person who drew the pictures, is Sarah Massini. And if you look in little letters, this is kind of the theme, the ongoing theme throughout the story. It says, "Believe in the impossible." I like that. Believe in the impossible. The Girl and the Dinosaur. When we open it up, we have right next to each other the copyright page and the title page. While I'm reading this story to you, I want you to think about the characters, who and what are in the story. And I also want you to think about the setting, where the story takes place. And there's one other thing I want you to consider while I'm reading this story. Most of you probably know what rhyming words are. Rhyming words are words that have the same ending sound, like cat and hat. And I want you to listen for the rhyming words that you hear because there are a lot of really great rhyming words in this story. There's a town beside the sea, not so very far from here, with golden sands and rock pools and a tattered, battered pier. And there's a girl upon the beach. Her name is Mary Ann. She's digging for a dinosaur just beneath the sand. Now the fisher folk all worry for the girl beside the sea. She needs to find some friends, they say, and let those old bones be. Still, Mary Ann is patient, and Mary Ann is clever. And Stony Bone by Stony Bone. A beastie comes together. I think I'll name you Boney, whispers little Mary Ann. And now that we are friends, I'll be the best one that I can. But the sleepy sun is setting and Mary Ann must go. Sleep tight, she says to Boney. I'll be back before you know. And when she climbs into her bed and pulls the covers tight, she offers up a special wish into the starry night. With all my heart I make a wish and dream it will come true, for Stony Bones to come to life and find me when they do. The wishing stars burn bright that night. The air is thick with dreams. And a deeply sleeping dinosaur is waking up, it seems. Then a tap tap at the window, and Mary Ann's awake. Her wishes have come true, and there are memories to make. A bendy neck is offered for a girl to slide right down, and magic is now promised in the sleepy, starlit town. Happily together the friends go to the sea to bob with boats and fishes, their spirits wild and free. Then on to new adventures up a winding path of trees, and they're flashing through a forest like leaves upon the breeze. Fairies float beside them on their way to who knows what, past unicorns and giants and creatures long forgot. Up they climb still higher, hearts beating boom, boom fast, till they reach a mountain summit and stop for breath at last. And as the clouds all part, they spy a land up in the sky, a magical moonlit island where night and daydreams fly. With a mighty leap of faith, our brave dinosaur takes flight, and then the pair are soaring through the dreamscape of the night, swooping, gliding, flying to the land up in the air. And oh, what fun and magic awaits the two friends there. A party place for children and the creatures from their dreams, where anything is possible and nothing is as it seems. But slumber's pull is beckoning the children back to town. It's time to leave the island and begin the journey down. Back to the town beside the sea, and back to empty beds, and back to secret memories to keep from grown-up heads. And when Mary Ann snuggles down and pulls her covers tight, she slips into a dream-filled sleep of magic in the night. So there's a town beside the sea, not very far from here, with golden sands and rock pools and a tattered, battered pier. And there are children on the beach with little Mary Ann, each digging for their dinosaur just beneath the sand. The fisher folk are happy now, and everything is well. And as for magic in the night, the children will not tell. Okay, boys and girls, so we have the characters in this story. We have Mary Ann, who is the main character, the little girl, and we have her friend, the dinosaur, that she created. That's another character. And we have the fisher folk, and then we have the other children, and we have all the other creatures that are in her dream when Mary Ann and the dinosaur go on their big adventure during the night. So those are the characters in the story. And the setting really does change a lot in this story. It starts off at the beach, the town and the beach, and then we go to Mary Ann's house where she goes to sleep, and then the setting really takes off with the adventure that Mary Ann and the dinosaur have. Let's see, they go to a forest and to an island in the sky. And so those places would all be part of the setting also. Remember, the setting is where the story takes place. Now, I hope you were able to recognize all of those rhyming words in the story. I wanted to give you some examples of some rhyming words. So, my first example of some rhyming words are peach and beach. See how they have the same ending sounds. Peach and beach. Okay, and then we have, let's give you one more example. We have wish and fish. Wish and fish. And I think the example that I started off with, that I told you about, the easiest pair, cat and hat. So remember, rhyming words all have ending sounds. And I'm going to tell you something fun that you can do with your family or with a friend. You can even do this virtually over Zoom or sending messages back and forth. But what's really fun is to play a little game and see who can talk or send messages that end with rhyming words. And you go back and forth and you keep it going. That's a great way to practice rhyming words. The other thing that you could do as a takeaway from this story this week is you could go back and re-listen to The Girl and the Dinosaur, and you could try to write down as many rhyming words as you can that you hear in the story. So I hope you'll have a chance to practice your rhyming words, and I hope you'll remember things that we've talked about the characters in a story and the setting. And I hope you enjoyed the story this week. Thank you so much for tuning in to Stories with Sally, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.